Good afternoon. My name is Silvia Garcia and I'm studying at Universidad da Vinci, a master's degree in teaching English. My final project is called Can Autonomous Pronunciation Practice Help ESL Intermediate Students Feel Motivated to Speak More in Online Classes to Improve their speaking skill? What is the general situation? Well, the general situation is that we are in the middle of a lockdown and we are on online classes. As time goes by, I feel that the students participate less in online classes, so this is my challenge, to find a solution to help them speak during class. Not only with yes, no, goodbye, good morning, but with more discussion type activities. And my idea was to prepare a pre-pronunciation autonomous practice to help them gain confidence. So what other authors have researched from this related to this topic? Well, participation is influenced by technology, the content area, so it has to be a topic that everybody likes or is involved, the role of the students, the instructional task, the way I deliver the activity, the activity itself, and the information they get. Participation is part of joining in a dialogue of exchange, active learning. Participation builds a sense of community, which we all need now. Sense of achievement is extremely important when we're talking about motivation. But pronunciation is very noticeable right now. Because we are online, and whenever you open your camera, you're in the spot, okay? Or whenever you open your microphone, you're in the spot. So that could cause a bad impression, and it can influence confidence. Other authors say that self-regulated learners are active during the process of learning, and that they focus on the preparatory phase of the activity. During the lockdown, education should be student-centered more than ever because the students are isolated. Conversation exchange is an exchange of information, creation and maintenance of social relationships. Pronunciation needs to be taught and practiced in various ways. Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. I can help them find their inner motivation by helping them feel self-confident. What methodology did I use? Well, first, action research. So the idea is to see an obvious change after the activity and after my design. So the idea is to provide tools, in this case one, that is Google pronunciation, to practice a set of words that I'm going to give them before a discussion. So I'm going to have a pre-survey that is going to be done with using the Likert scale, because it gives us quantitative and qualitative information. I'm going to, well, I have already done it, 6 students. The activity was designed a list of vocabulary that was related to the Olympic Games. They had to go to Google pronunciation and practice. Record an audio, all uploaded in our platform. Then I will give them feedback, and they will practice again if they need it. Then we would have a discussion about Olympic Games where they were able to use these words. And after that, I will have them have a survey after their experience, and then an interview so they can feel more relaxed and tell me what they really feel. So this is just a part of the analysis, but I think this is very representative. When I asked them before the activity if how they felt when they were participating in class, they say that they do participate in class because they feel pleasure and satisfaction when they do it. But when we go to the scale, we see that totally agree is only 16.7% of the students. That most of them are just in the middle. So before the activity, they were not so confident about participating, especially because of pronunciation problems. This is the most relevant post-activity survey. Practicing the vocabulary helped me to participate in the online discussion. 50% agree, a lot, and 16.7% totally agree. So this is very representative because they did like the activity and it worked for them. These are just the open questions that I did in the interview. I don't pretend you to read all of them, but this is just to have evidence that I have the questions and I have the answers. In general, what I can tell you is that they were confident, they were happy, and they got experience, and they wanted to listen to more radio, and they wanted to speak more because now they understood more. Okay, so why is this research significant? Because without a lot of technology, only using Google, internet, using their cell phones or computers, the ones that they have, could use Google pronunciation to practice. The tools that I did for recording their voice was WhatsApp or Buckaroo or very simple tools. Then they didn't speak, but after the activity, they felt more confident and they found motivation. So the autonomous pronunciation activity worked and provided them with self-confidence. What is the conclusion of the study? Well, they were really confident in the discussion. I could listen to them. I could see their tone of voice and everything. The preparatory phase was very important for the activity because they practiced and they practiced until they felt confident. And not only with pronunciation, but that was to my surprise, that they mentioned in the interview that they were able to understand what was going on just because they could listen and identify the words that they had been practicing before. They understood what peers said, and I provided with this tool, Google Pronunciation, so it's a tool that they can continue using without a teacher telling them to use it. Then their knowledge improved because now they want to listen to more radio and more realia because they understand it and they know the way to understand it. So they are engaged in their own learning process. And they definitely participated and they found this sense of achievement and community because they were interacting. They were really exchanging information. So what this study did for me, for my teaching, actually, apart from a satisfactory reaction from my students, I really would like to work more on autonomy, students' autonomy, to provide them with more expressions, to interact, to prepare more pre-activities, right? Because that gives them confidence, and because we are in the lockdown, build more community by doing all this. Thank you very much.